So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Hillbillys in a Haunted House. This is going to be another Adrian recommendation. Let's see what the movie poster says. They'll scare your pants off and give you a chill for life. The guy in the monkey suit is holding the blondie with the D cup. Ferlin, Husky, Joy Lansing, Dan Bowman, John Carradine, Lon Chaney Jr., Linda Ho. You got to let a hoe be a hoe. And Basil Rathbone. What about Merle Haggard? Isn't name isn't on this poster. If you're a chicken, come with plenty of barbers and get ready car and can't get ready car. Is that what the movie poster said? Oh, it does have some more names on the bottom here. But it still doesn't have Merle Haggard. Directed by Gene Yarbrough, who of course did Bowery Boys and The Devil Bat. Hillbillys in the Haunted House. I'm giving this 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. Very bad. By the way, I flunked my excuse me. Sorry, I had to unplug my cast grill iron there. I was cooking up some bacon and I left it turned on. The grease was cooking there. So I flunked my notary exam on August 3rd. I have to retake it on September 14th. And I have to drive all the way to San Jose, but at least it's on a Saturday at 2:30. So there's that. I don't know how I'm going to pass the exam. I've got to memorize the whole book on the 13th. Somehow go without sleep and just study that book, have it memorized. Anyways, the exam was trickier than I thought. And I just missed it by a couple questions. It was so frustrating. Anyways, I just heard about that today, and then I rushed home early, 2 hours early. My boss let me go home 2 hours early to meet with this city inspector. He doesn't show up, and then I call him and it goes to voicemail. So that's been my day so far. It's been a lousy day. Life sucks. Leave me alone. No, actually, I'm here to do a movie review, but yeah, that's how it's going for me today. A double whammy. Number one, flunk the notary exam, and you don't tell me until 15 days later. No, more than 15 days. Like 19 days later. I thought if I flunked it, I would be able to take it the next day, but no such luck. I have to wait a month. All right. So Hillbillys in a Haunted House is a 1967 U.S. musical horror comedy film featuring Ferlin, Husky and Joy Lansing and directed by Jean Yarbrough. We talked about her. The film is a sequel to the Las Vegas Hillbillys, 1966, with Joy Lansing replacing Mamie Van Horen in the role of Boots Malone. I want to see the original with Mamie Van Horen, the Las Vegas Hillbillys. Any movie with Mamie Van Horen is worth watching. A pair of country singers and their band are headed to Nashville, Tennessee. Their car unfortunately breaks down and they stop overnight at an abandoned house, which turns out to be haunted. A ring of international spies, Lon Chaney Jr., Basil Rathbone, and John Carradine. What a combination. What a bunch of wasted talent in this one. Who live in a haunted house, so to speak, are seeking a top secret formula for rocket fuel. While it is never revealed for whom they are spying, they carry out their activities under the cover of a supposed haunted house, which comes complete with a gorilla or a man in a monkey suit lurking in the basement. On March 14, 2000, VCI Video released Hillbillys in a Haunted House on DVD. Later, on May 29, 2007, re-released the film alongside with the Las Vegas Hillbillys as part of a 4-film hillbilly comedy collection. It is also available on Riff Tracks if you want to watch the Riff Tracks version on YouTube. So I'm not a fan of country music. Mixing, although I like Jean Yarbrough film called The Devil Bat with Bela Lugosi. It was one of the first VHS tapes that I ever got. I think that one and Killers from Space. So that's a great flick. But this one was just painful to watch. Riff Tracks version, in hindsight, gets a very low 2.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 1,500 ratings, probably all of whom saw it on Riff Tracks. It's rated G, 1 hour and 26 minutes. A rated G horror comedy directed by Jean Yarbrough and starring Lon Chaney Jr., Basil Rathbone, and John Carradine. I would have seen this anyway because I'll watch anything that has John Carradine in it. Anyway, gets a very low 2.8 out of 10 on IMDb. I'm giving it a lower rating of 2 out of 10. A trio of country singers becomes stranded at a haunted mansion and gets mixed up with spies. More like this. Robot Monster. Another great movie directed by Phil Tucker. Supposedly one of the worst movie of all time. The Three Stooges in Orbit. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, which I have reviewed and watched. Another Adrian recommendation. And then there's To Catch a Yeti. So there's 2 movies that I've got to see. Hillbillys in Las Vegas and To Catch a Yeti. Country singers on the way to Nashville get in between a shootout between spies and the local sheriff that forces them to stop an old haunted mansion. Soon they realize that the house is not only haunted, but it is also the headquarters of a ring of international spies who are after a top secret formula for rocket fuel. That's the storyline from Jeremy Lunt on IMDb. The tagline says, if you're a chicken, come with plenty of feathers and an 007 getaway car. I couldn't even read the movie poster on Wikipedia, but that's what it actually said on the movie poster. Sorry that I misread it originally. The car the protagonists were driving, Webb Pierce's silver dollar convertible, is on display at the Nashville Country Music Hall of Fame. I don't even know who Webb Pierce is. Some country music singer. Dark storm clouds and thunder and lightning are shown in the sky, but the midday sun is still obviously brightly shining on the cast. Quotes, Jeepers has fallen into an empty grave. Woody Weatherby, what are you doing down there? Jeepers, well, I ain't looking for a new talent. This is featured in the 50 worst movies ever made from 2004, which is something that I should see, but I don't think I have it on my list. I will look into adding it. So 3 movies to add: Hillbillys in Beverly Hills, To Catch a Yeti, and the 50 worst movies ever made, 2004. Soundtracks: Jamboree Time, performed by Ferlin, Husky, Joy Lansing, and Don Bowman. All right. Here's a review from C532C on IMDb. It's dated February 25th, 2004. And it's titled A Fitting Coda. In his day, director Gene Yarbrough worked with all the big names in bad movies: Abbott and Costello, the Bowery Boys, Rondo Hatton, and Bela Lugosi. For some reason, I thought Gene Yarbrough was a she, but actually Gene is a he. Sorry about that. He even did an unacknowledged adventure series with Manton Moreland battling Nazis in the tropics. King of the Zombies, Law of the Jungle. There are 2 more that I've got to look up. We love Manton Moreland on this channel, capping off his film career with the ignominious twilight of performers like Carradine, Rathbone, and Chaney Jr. Seems like a destiny chosen for him by the gods of the B-movies. Is there something of a Greek tragedy in this ending, or is it merely poetic justice? At any rate, it was good to see 3 actors who had all seen much better days putting in one more turn as despicable villains, and it was a fitting coda for a director whose career was always more remarkable for determination than artistry. Well, Devil Bat with Bela Lugosi is an excellent film, one of those so bad that is good type movies. This one is just painful to watch, I'm sorry to say. I don't know why Adrian recommended it other than it's got hillbillies in it. Now, let's pull up my list real quick before I end this video and take a pee before I drive my son to his first Junior Legion of Mary meeting in San Bruno, California. Papa blocked? What? There we go. Finally. I should have had this up earlier. Sorry. Anyways, not a good film. I was bigly disappointed. Donald Trump likes to say bigly, so I'm going to say bigly. Okay, first on my list is Street Fighter. Second on my list is Twin Dragons. Street Fighter is 1994. Twin Dragons 1992. And then I've got Best of the Best 3, No Turning Back, 1996. So those are the next 3 on my list. About ready to take a leak and go pick up my son. I don't know what happened to that building inspector dude. He was a no-show. So I just went through all that trouble to ask my boss to let me go home early, and he's a no-show. This is how my day is going. Laters.